The Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer, weekday afternoons at 5 Eastern on CNN.
Just weeks before shock and awe, a definitive sounding statement from the Bush administration. It had sound intelligence that justified going to war with Iraq.
We have first-hand descriptions of biological weapons factories on wheels. The source was an eyewitness, an Iraqi chemical engineer who supervised one of these facilities.
That source came to be known as Curveball. His real name, Rafid Ahmed Alwan al-Janabi. Now he tells the British newspaper The Guardian he made everything up.
Were all those things lies?
Yes.
Al-Janabi, who also gave an on-camera interview to The Guardian, was asked why he sold a complete fabrication to German intelligence.
I had to do something for my country, so I did this and I am satisfied because there is no dictator in Iraq anymore.
But a journalist who's reported on Curveball's credibility problems says that, too, is a lie. I'm speaking with Bob Drogan from the LA Times. His newspaper broke this story, and Bob wrote a book on Curveball in 2007. He's joining us on the phone from Cairo. Bob, why did Curveball tell this story in the first place?
He told the story because he wanted to get out of a refugee camp in Germany. He wanted to get on the payroll of the German intelligence agency. He wanted to get his wife out and bring them to Germany, and he wanted to get citizenship, and he wanted a Mercedes-Benz, and he got all of those things.
According to intelligence sources, Curveball told the German intelligence agency before the war that Saddam Hussein had a secret biological weapons program. The Germans had reservations about his credibility. They never granted the CIA direct access to Curveball.
I asked the chief of the German station here in Washington. He said, no, we're not going to give you access to it. And don't ask. It'll cause too much trouble.
But the analysis of Curveball's information did make its way through U.S. intelligence. There were tense internal debates over its credibility. Enough analysts thought it plausible that it made its way into Colin Powell's speech at the UN and became a key component of the Bush administration's case for a war that has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. And the key players in this drama still feel the sting of all this. Responding to Curveball's admission that he lied, former Secretary of State Colin Powell sent us a statement saying it's been known for years that Curveball was unreliable, but that we should ask the CIA and other agencies why that wasn't put in their intelligence estimates before those estimates were sent to him and President Bush. George Tenet, CIA director at the time, says concerns about Curveball didn't get disseminated far and wide through the agency as they should have been, and that he wasn't alerted to those concerns. President Bush's office would not comment. We did not hear back from Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld's offices, or from the German intelligence agency. Candy?
And Brian, you've picked up more on what Curveball's been doing and more recently, which makes his credibility erode even more than it already is.
We sure did. Curveball went back to Iraq. He tried to run for parliament, but he was branded non-credible by other politicians there. He is now back in Germany. Bob Drogan, that author, says he's had a series of jobs at places like fast food restaurants, but he's gotten fired from those places for lying.